5. Now, though, it's Shortland Street.
I have Asperger's.
Are you kidding me? Asperger's isn't a joke. Yeah, it really isn't, and you need to stop pretending to have it.
Talk to her. Explain my situation, how new I am to this whole Asperger's thing.
Lana.
She's got Asperger's too.
I know she does.
You two know each other.
My name is Lana Jacobs.
You're Gabriel's sister.
How is she?
Chris found cancerous tissue.
How bad is it?
We're waiting on the biopsy result, but the prognosis isn't good. The antibiotics just aren't cutting it. She's threatening to become overwhelmingly septic.
Can we go and see Mum now? Scotty was just telling us that she is fast asleep, so we might have to leave that till later.
But I would love to see you dribble that soccer ball. Hey, can you do a header?
Oh, watch me, come on. Hurry up.
I thought you were in Australia.
I was. I thought you were in Sweden.
Switzerland.
Same difference. How long have you been back?
Approximately 3 months. You?
6 months, approximately.
And now you're both working here.
So it seems.
Oh, I can't believe you didn't know. Don't you two talk to each other?
We're talking now.
Yeah, I know, but like phone calls, emails, Christmas cards.
Me and my pads.
Sorry?
Me and my pads, you said you'd have some for me.
Oh, right.
Thanks. Excuse me.
Of course.
Are we still having dinner tonight?
Oh, can you believe those two? I mean, if I hadn't seen my sister in Yonks, I'd be all over her. We'd be fighting to get a word in. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Do you have a boyfriend? Oh, I love what you've done with your hair. Oh. Maybe I don't have Asperger's after all.
What?
Or maybe I'm just somewhere else on the spectrum.
Uh-huh.
Because surely you can have Asperger's and still be friends with your sister. I mean, that was just wrong.
관절술.
What?
A joint lock. Your turn. Very good. Harder.
Hey?
Harder. When I tap like that, it means I submit. It's called tapping out.
Tapping out. Got it.
You learn fast.
Hey, you still haven't told me the worst thing you've ever done.
Why do you want to know?
I'm just curious. Tell you mine.
What? You cheated on your homework?
Nah, I burned down a building. Nearly got myself killed. I mean, 3 other people. It was really stupid. And the worst thing was is that people thought I did it on purpose. I felt guilty even though I hadn't.
Too easy.
So, have we ever done anything like that?
Less talk, more focus.
Yeah, but have you?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, all right.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Come on, have you given me a hand with the groceries, please? There are more in the car.
Of course.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
There's a couple of things I need to talk to you about. Should I come back later?
No, tell me.
I'm afraid the operation didn't go the way we planned. I wasn't able to complete your pelvic reconstruction, but I did do an incision and drainage of your abscess. Your body is fighting a massive infection. And I'm very sorry to have to tell you, but we found what looks like a malignant tumor.
Cancer.
I'm afraid so.
Am I going to die?
We'll know more when we get the results.
An oncologist will come and see you to talk about possible treatment.
You'll need at least one more operation to irrigate and redrain the abscess. There's a gap in the schedule tonight. I'll see what I can do.
Where's Kid?
He's being looked after. I'll bring him to see you soon, okay?
Thank you.
She's still half asleep.
Yeah, we should let her rest.
You don't want me to stay with you?
So what are we looking at, apart from the surgery?
Chemo and a huge bill at the end of it.
How huge?
I couldn't say, but I'd think very carefully if I was you. I know you want to help, but there's no point bankrupting yourselves in the process.
What did you do to it?
I didn't do anything. Winston twisted it.
Okay, well then what did you do to Winston?
Nothing. He was showing me some Taekwondo moves. You know, 1 minute he's going on about building a more peaceful world. The next he's trying to break my wrist.
I beg your pardon? Oh, don't listen to him. He's just embarrassed because he doesn't know how to defend himself properly.
Oh, you were there, were you?
What were you and Winston talking about, aside from building a better world through martial arts?
Stuff. I don't know.
What sort of stuff?
Look, we were just messing around. I was trying to get him to tell me his big secret. You know, like, what's the worst thing you've ever done?
Like, why would he be feeling guilty? You couldn't just leave it alone, could you?
What's this?
I found Winston sleepwalking the other night. He was talking too. He kept saying this one thing over and over. You do.
What does that mean?
Well, he told us it meant hungry.
Yeah, but we found out it actually means guilty.
Or I could have heard it wrong.
No, you didn't.
You were there, were you?
Well, sleepwalking is usually a sign of stress.
Yeah, but what's he stressing about, though? That's what I was trying to find out.
He works long hours for a slave driver of a boss. That's probably enough.
Yeah, and he has to put up with Evan provoking him.
Probably not a good idea. I'd steer clear for a while if I were you. His workload's not going to get any lighter anytime soon.
You know how we thought that you and your mum would be going home soon? Well, it turns out that your mum's a bit sicker than we thought she was.
So she's going to have to stay in hospital a wee bit longer.
Does that mean I have to go home without her?
Back to Timor? As if she'd let you. No way. Hi. Oh, this is the boy we were telling you about.
Harry, this is Kitu.
Hi.
He's a bit shy.
Do you like skateboarding?
I don't know.
Well, why don't you find out? Meet you in the park in 10 minutes, okay?
Come on.
Go on, have fun.
Thank you. Harry doesn't mind?
Does he look like he minds? He's got a new skateboard to show off.
Have you talked to the oncologist?
Yeah. The prognosis isn't great. He reckons Uncas's got about 6 months.
And that's if she survives the sepsis.
And that's providing she gets the right care.
This sounds really terrible, I know, but did he put a dollar figure on it?
Upwards of 50,000.
How can you put a price on a human life?
It's a tough call, especially since you'd only be delaying the inevitable.
We're meant to be starting a family.
I know.
And we don't have 50 grand.
We'll find it.
We'll have to. Can't just give up on her.
What, no Coopers? What have you done with them all?
They are having dinner at the bar. It's nice to have some time to myself.
To relax. Sounds like you need to. I hear you haven't been sleeping so well. I ran into Evan and Jasmine today. You really managed to freak them out. Evan seems to think that you're keeping some kind of guilty secret.
Huh?
Winston, once again, if there is something that you couldn't tell Evan but that you want to tell me, I'm listening.
There's nothing. The boy has an overactive imagination. And so do you, if you think I killed Nadia. That's what we are talking about, isn't it?
The thought had crossed my mind.
I thought you knew me better than that.
You have to admit, the way that she died was very...
Convenient? Timely?
Let's just say it left a lot of questions unanswered.
Nadia drove her car off the road. It's that simple. I'm sure the police will come to the same conclusion.
You're probably right. I shouldn't have let Evan spook me. Sorry.
Cup of tea? I was about to make one.
Thanks.
We saw the oncologist.
I'm so sorry.
I want to thank you for everything you've done for me.
You don't need to thank us.
We were happy to.
Now, there's one more little thing I need to ask.
Of course.
I want to go home.
To Timor? I don't think that's such a good idea. You're going to need specialist care and you just won't get it there.
But I can't pay for it here, so...
Well, Scotty and I have been talking about that.
No.
Just listen for a minute.
No.
Let us help you, please.
I won't. If you're rich, maybe, but no.
We will find the money.
How?
Borrow it if we have to.
Why? When I am going to die anyway. Why be poor for the rest of your lives just to keep me alive for a few months longer?
We don't know how much longer you have. Nobody does.
If you get the right treatment.
I'll do the surgery Dr. Warner talked about. As soon as I'm well enough to travel, I want to go home. I want to die at home.
Dinner. Yes or no?
What?
You were gonna have dinner with me before you found out I was a big fat liar.
Oh, forget it.
I thought so.
No, I mean, forget about lying to me. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess we're even, eh? I mean, this doesn't look like a vintage clothing business to me.
I didn't say it was full-time, did I? Do you want to see the website?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So, dinner?
No, thanks.
Oh, I might see you tomorrow. I come to the cafe for lunch quite often. Sarah Potts is my mother. No, true story. I'm not making that up to impress you.
I'm not sure I'll be here tomorrow. It depends how soon the agency can find a replacement.
Oh, does Gabrielle know you're not staying?
Gabrielle barely knows I'm alive and she cares even less. You'll miss me more than she will and you don't even work here.
That's it, you've got it. Nice work.
I don't like this.
Her heart rate's at 130.
Steady, you're doing good.
We're not doing enough, and everybody in this room knows it.
It's our job to get her fit to travel. That's all she wants from us.
So if the sepsis doesn't get her now, the cancer will later on?
She's made her choice. It's sad, but that's the way it is.
What do you want?
Are you still angry with me?
What do you think? You really munted my wrist.
I was only trying to show you how effective taekwondo can be.
Right.
Let me make it up to you.
Okay. What bone are you gonna let me break?
I thought we might go for a bike ride.
Oh, good idea. It's a beautiful day out there for once.
Where to?
There's a new trail out west. How do you mean to try?
I don't know.
Oh, go on. It'll do you good. That bike of yours hasn't been out of the shed for weeks.
I'll buy you lunch. How's that?
That's the way. Tempt him with food. Don't start another game. I want to vacuum in here soon.
Okay. Where's my helmet?
Where you left it. Go and look.
You might feel a little nauseous from the anesthetic. That's completely normal.
Kito.
He's right here. We've done our best for you, but I can't guarantee that the abscess won't come back.
I understand.
She's still tachycardic, 120.
And her temp's still up. 39 despite the antibiotics.
Well, there's not much more we can do.
I just want to go home with my boy. Are you looking forward to that? Going home?
You're having too much fun here, aren't you, mate?
My son Harry has been entertaining him. They seem to be getting on all right.
Can I go play at Harry's house? You'll have to ask Dr. Warner about that.
Oh, of course you can. We'll take care of him, I promise.
I said sorry. What did I get back? Nothing. She couldn't wait to get out the door.
Well, maybe she had somewhere to go. Maybe she was meeting Gabrielle for a proper catch-up.
I don't think so somehow. Look, she's not planning on coming back to work. And I don't think it has anything to do with me making a dick of myself.
You mean it's to do with Gabrielle?
Well, maybe those two just don't get on. You can sort of see why. Gabrielle must have been a pretty weird kid.
Be careful what you say. I'm weird too, remember?
No argument there.
Oh, that's good. Because if you think about it, there's going to be long-term benefits.
Excuse me, Mrs. Cooper. Do you know where Evan is?
You know, for once, I actually do. Well, sort of. He's out with Winston.
I tried to call him, but he didn't answer.
Well, don't take it personally. He left his phone on the kitchen bench.
Do you think he'll be home soon?
I doubt it. They said they'd be gone most of the day.
Staying. I really wanted help with my science homework.
Well, if you want to leave it till tonight, I'm sure he'd love to help you.
Maybe. Thanks.
Oh, poor Evan, he'll be kicking himself. Wee bit of a crush.
And he's out with Winston instead of cozying up with Ulla over the science books.
They've gone for a big bike ride. It was Winston's idea. He's really making an effort to bond with the kids.
Gabrielle, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, about 6 years ago, when I was 16 and Jasmine was 8, and I hated her little guts like you wouldn't believe. I mean, she was always coming into my room and using my makeup and stealing my soft toys. The worst time was when she put lipstick on Mr. Pigface. You remember Mr. Pigface? He's a little guy that...
I know Mr. Pigface.
Oh, I could have killed her. I actually said those words. I hope you die, you little so-and-so. And the next day, she had this really bad asthma attack and ended up in hospital. And I was so scared I wasn't going to have a little sister anymore. And I took in Mr. Pigface to see her, and I let her have him the whole time she was in hospital. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Always share your toys?
Be nice to your sister, or you might not ever see her again.
Well, it seems I'll be seeing her every day, whether I want to or not.
Well, no, that's just the thing. You won't be. She's told Daniel she's not coming back.
What's Daniel have to do with it?
Oh, he really likes her. I don't see the attraction. But I know if she was my sister, I wouldn't want to feel responsible for driving her out of a job. And Daniel won't thank you either. Because as long as Lana's in the hospital, he's got the excuse of dropping in to see his mum and bumping into her instead.
What do you want me to do about it?
Well, I haven't finished my story. I'm not saying that Jazz and I don't fight anymore, because we do. But what I've realised is sometimes I just need to be the bigger sister, if you know what I mean.
Guess what? Harry's got his own football field.
Are you sure? He probably means his back lawn. It's big enough.
With the real goal and everything.
It was very nice of Harry to share all of that with you. I hope you thank Dr. Warner.
Could you stand back for me, please?
You haven't seen Evan, have you? I thought they'd be back by now.
Oh, you should be happy he's not stuck behind a computer.
It's going to be dark soon.
So he's got lights on his bike. He'll come home when he's hungry.
You're probably right.
Well, call him if you're so worried.
Oh, he didn't take his phone with him.
Do you want me to call Winston?
Oh, no, there's no need for
Yes, please.
Just to be sure. Straight to voicemail.
that. Well, I'm not surprised. He's out there somewhere trying to get away from it all.
I'm sure they'll both turn up soon.
How about you and I go for a little walk? Let the doctors and nurses have some space, yeah? You do know what's at the end of that corridor, don't you? Yeah, you do.
Chocolate?
That's right. There's a vending machine. Come on.
She'll make a wonderful mother one day.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I hope we have kids.
Don't leave it too long.
Scotty.
Pen. Pen and paper, please.
Sure.
She's stable now, but I don't really know what's happened.
So it has nothing to do with the surgery?
I don't think so. It went very smoothly.
And what antibiotics is she on?
Vancomycin, but it's not doing it for her.
You think the abscess is back?
Judging from her temperature. I'll do some bloods, but it's not looking good. She's developing overwhelming sepsis. We're tubing her now.
Hello?
No, I'm not saving that seat for anyone. Help yourself.
Thank you. I heard you were quitting your job.
I can't quit when I haven't been hired. I'm a temp.
And nevertheless, I wouldn't like to think you were leaving because of me.
Really? Because that would suggest that you actually cared, and I haven't seen any sign of that in the last few years.
Admittedly, I've been remiss, but you haven't been any better.
And I don't have the excuse of a fancy career, so I guess it's all my fault.
I'm not interested in apportioning blame. I think we should be friends.
That's it in a nutshell. You think we should, but you don't really want to be, do you?
Perhaps we should continue this later. Daniel's here.
I get it. You think you can make yourself feel better by playing matchmaker? Sorry, not interested.
Hi.
Winston, it's Brooke. How many messages do I have to leave you before you think about getting back to me? I'm worried. Call me. Get married, quickly. What happened?
Nothing.
You don't get wheeled in here for nothing.
Came off his bike.
Evan, are you all right?
No, I'm fine. I can walk. See? Look, I've got a couple of bruises and that's it.
He was very lucky.
Well, how'd it happen?
My brakes failed.
Oh, no.
Well, I could have really hurt myself, but there was this big patch of scrub and I stepped into that to break my fall. Well, it still hurt though.
Get him through to ED, please. I still want him checked.
Oh, Mum, I told you there's nothing wrong with me.
I'll believe that when I hear it from a doctor.
How could your brakes suddenly just fail?
They were quite rusty. I noticed when we stopped for lunch.
Oh, that'd do it. And it's your fault for not looking after your bike properly.
You can talk. I'm not the one who gave his car keys to a crim.
You asked for that. Come on, back into the chair. Humour me.
You and Tracy should go in. I'll sit with Kitty.
Ta.
It won't be long, mate.
Hi.
What happened?
She arrested. We tried for an hour, but I'm sorry. She left some instructions and a letter that she made me promise I'd give to you.
Thank you.
What does it say?
Just tell me.
She wants us to take Kitu. She wants him to be with his biological father. You.
Next this afternoon, Al's feeling flushed and his heart is racing, but it's not a medical issue, though he may need a certain doctor's attention.